All right, here with head coach Keith Dixon following the Hawks' 80-75 victory against St. Rose today. Seems like we have started these off the same way the last, most of the season. 10-point lead. You guys kind of hang on, pull it out at the end.
Yeah, and I give the kids credit. It was like it was most of the game we're fairly in control. I mean, I think that thing was between 7 and 10, or most of the second half. And then every time that we needed a shot to extend it, we just didn't make it. And I give them credit. They're old. They've got two forwards that are very good. But in the end, when our kids needed to make plays, they did. Neil hit a huge 3 to get us up 4. And then I think Chris got a very big offensive rebound off that miss at the end of the shot clock, which, and we inbounded it. So, this is, I give him credit. We had to fight our way through it, and we did.
Obviously not happy on the glass. Rebounded 44-32, 16-5 on the offensive end. But what about defensively? Milka 33-19, but outside of him...
I thought, honestly, that defensively we were better than we've been, and our problem was on the backboard. So it's the second game in a row, that's 16 offensive rebounds. Milka's a problem. He's 6'8", 280, and we don't have any bodies that big. So, as long as teams keep getting double-digit offensive rebounds, it just gives them too many possessions, So we've got some things to clean up, and that's certainly one of them. Hopefully we can get, we just played Peter Alexis at Philly, who's 6'10", 260. He's a handful. Milk is a handful. So maybe when we get back to some normal-sized guys, we'll start rebounding the ball a little bit better on the backboard.
And then, McKahey really off to a hot start to begin the year, kind of down the last handful of games. So you've lost his production right now, but kind of encouraging to see Chris Santo really kind of pull himself up from where he was to begin the year.
Yeah, I thought, Roy recovered from a very poor game at Philly and gave us good production. I thought Chris has consistently now been back to being Chris. He's staying out of foul trouble. He's getting more minutes, and he's producing. And Mikey's the one going through a little bit of a slump right now. So that's why you have a team. You if they're all going at the same time, then things are easy. If they're not, then you have to rely on somebody else and gut it out, So, until this thing fully clicks, this is sort of how the games are going to go. We just have to fight our way through this thing.
Obviously positive that, you don't want to be talking like it's your eulogy. I mean, you're fighting, but the positive is you're winning them.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can start putting it together like last year. I mean, that's a positive.
And I think that's the most important thing is that you win the game. So we got some things to clean up, but we could have lost that game. And we didn't. So, it goes in the left-hand side. I've never thrown one away. And, this league is a bear. Whether it's home or away, we just have to continue to try to take it one at a time. And hopefully at the end you look at it and we've got enough to have a successful season. So, proud of my guys. This team isn't running away. We haven't played great. And I think maybe... people thought it would be easy for us, but it's not going to be, and we realize that. So, we're halfway through our season, and hopefully we can pick it up a little bit in the second half.
All right, here with junior forward Chris Santo, 20-9 for you tonight, 8 for 14 from the floor. You kind of just seem to be getting more consistent. Obviously, not off to the start that you had hoped for to start the year, but now it kind of seems like. Like we talked about last time we spoke, kind of playing more your game, and 4 fouls tonight, but obviously had your hands full with the big man. So just kind of talk about your night out there.
Defensively at least we were all keen in on Milka. He's a handful, especially with that team. We're a little undersized, so it's got to be a team effort. And we just do our best to handle him and control what we can. So offensively though, that's where I have an advantage. I'm not as tall or as strong as some of these guys, but I am quicker. So we were just trying to move them around and create advantages that way, and it seemed to work sometimes. But there are stretches where I have to control myself better and see opportunities instead of forcing them. So we still have stuff to work on.
Looking forward, as a big man, looking forward to after Alexis and Milka tonight, kind of moving on to maybe some smaller bigs.
Yeah, but New Haven is a huge game for us, and they have some pretty good forwards themselves, and every game from here on out, especially now that we're in their harder conference play, is big for us. So we have to come out Wednesday with the same approach and play team defense. And I'm sure they'll have a different focus than a 6'10" kid, but it's still going to be a team effort.
And lastly, kind of different mindset for you guys now. At the beginning of the season, when you started 1-2, you guys kind of said, it's not going to be easy. We need to pull it together here. But at this point, you're 8-4. You're 6-2 in the conference. It's not like you guys are having a bad year, but every game seems to be tough. Are you guys kind of just going in now with the mindset each game that it's not going to be easy, that you're going to receive everyone's best?
Yeah, I mean, we are, and we learned the hard way that things are not just going to be handed to us. So we have to continue to do a better job of coming out hard and giving everyone our best shot too, because we know we're going to get everyone's. And the shots are going to fall eventually, and defensively things are going to click. So when they do, when things actually fall in place, we're going to be dangerous. But until that happens, we just got to put our head down and keep working.